Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is my 16 to 18 week pregnancy update. And ever closer to that halfway mark. So what have I got to say today? Obviously the biggest thing is we found out the gender. We are having a little boy, so it'll just complete our family perfectly. One boy, one girl, it's perfect gentleman's family, so they say. Absolutely delighted. Either way would have really not I was really not bothered either way what we were having, but it is quite nice to have one of each, experience both sides. So we did our gender reveal, so I will link the video below if you haven't seen it. And how has the last 2 weeks been? I think it's fair to say that nausea has finally gone, which is brilliant. It's kind of dwindled over the last couple of weeks, and I would say into like week 18 it was pretty much gone. I do find I still get maybe not the odd day, more just like if I've had a really bad sleep, maybe I'll feel a bit yucky in the morning, but it doesn't last long. It seems to have run its course. Thank goodness. Hopefully won't come back again at the end. So yeah, I'm feeling much better, no more nausea. I'm still getting quite bad pangs of hunger. Like, I'm really trying to cut back a wee bit just on what I've been eating. Obviously I was, with the sickness and that, I was eating so much, so I'm trying to cut back a bit more, be a bit healthier, kind of stick to fruit and just having like breakfast, a snack, my dinner, a snack, supper, and like maybe a snack before bed, depending on how much I eat at my supper. So I have been trying to cut back, but sometimes I'm just like, I am so hungry, like starving, and it's like, you know, I'll maybe have like a biscuit just to try and just like take it away, especially if I'm at my work, can't really eat much. And I don't have much, especially if it's like 4 or 5 o'clock at night and I'm thinking I'm so hungry. So yeah, I've definitely been having lots and lots of hunger pangs, but I am trying my best to be good, but it is difficult. I don't feel like I'm as big as I was the last time. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I'm still getting quite a lot of tiredness. The last like week or so there's been like, sometimes I feel like I'm really tired and then sometimes I feel like I'm not too bad. I think the fact is I'm working, I'm not really getting a chance to have a break. I haven't really had time off from my work since October. Although I was off at Christmas time, I did work in between, and Christmas itself is a busy period, especially for us when families all over the place, so it didn't really feel like much of a break. So I don't feel like I've had like a proper week off since October, and we're now into March, so I am ready for a break. And today that I'm filming this, I have finished my work and I'm not back for a whole week, so I'm very glad, because I feel like I'm totally due it. Work's been quite stressful and it's not easy trying to juggle so many plates, but we're getting there. So what else has been going on? I don't think things have been too bad. I think things are starting to settle down now. Obviously body's getting used to all the hormones are calming down. The biggest thing I would say is spots, which is not nice, but it's not, I wouldn't really say I've had much on my face. I've had the odd 1 or 2, but they've been kind of short-lived. It's more like chest. Yeah, chest, I've been getting quite a few. I don't know if you can see, it's just there, it is going. I had a really bad one there. And just a couple like down here, and just feels like bumpy, and sometimes it's really itchy, like down my chest and that, and like my back, and it's just really uncomfortable. I had that with Olivia, and I kind of thought I had avoided it this time, but that seems to be, as the sickness has gone, the sort of like spots and skin things are coming up. One thing I have had, and I'm not sure what is going on, but So it tends to be worse on this arm, but here there is a few there. I can't quite put my arm. There is a few. I don't know if you can see. There is, let's see, I can put it on there, a close up. It's not too bad tonight, but quite often of an evening, it's not really during the day, it's more of an evening, it comes up quite spotty and I'll find it like itchy all of a sudden. It does, there is a few on here, but this seems to be the arm that's the worst, on my right. Now, there was a couple of nights it came up quite bad, but prior to that, you know, it was just now and again. But it's not like affecting me in any sort of way. I don't know what it is. Somebody said, oh, it might be eczema, but I think the fact that it's like, it's coming and going, I think it's just a hormonal thing. I don't think it's like a specific skin issue. I think it's just hormones. I seem to remember getting similar, something similar when I was ovulating prior to getting pregnant. Now, it didn't happen before I had Olivia, but once I got my periods back after having her, I did notice that if I was ovulating, I just felt like I would get that sort of marks. So I don't really know. I'm going to mention it to the midwife. I'm not due to see her for a couple of weeks, and I will mention it then. But it's interesting. Has anybody else had the same? I'm 100% positive it's just a hormonal thing. So I seem to be getting lots of like skin issues. As the sickness is gone, it's like, yes, we'll just give you something else to that you don't like. And other than that, I think tummy issues in terms of like maybe not being quite so regular, which is not nice. Quite a lot of gas, all the good stuff. And that's kind of it. There's nothing really other than that I can, I can see like things are starting to settle down now. I haven't really had much pain, like not really had any cramping. I've had like the odd twinge round the belly, and sometimes by night time it gets quite itchy. You get the odd twinge. Sometimes I find like if I'm really bursting for the toilet and I haven't had a chance to go, especially it usually happens at my work, I sometimes feel quite like sore down below. I get sometimes quite a lot of pain, not pain, just really uncomfortable. Almost feels like I'm bruised right like down below, almost like in my groin sort of area, literally like your private area, like, but like muscle pain. It kind of reminds me of how I felt after I had Olivia, like everything just down there felt tender and sore and bruised. And that's sometimes I've had that, but it doesn't really seem to be anything other than maybe just growing pains or something like that. I don't know, just even just like the sort of like bones growing and muscles shifting and things like that. It doesn't seem to be anything severe. I've obviously had no bleeding. So I just, but yeah, sometimes when like I'm really bursting for the toilet, I get quite uncomfortable down there. So it's almost like the pressure of the baby and your full bladder and everything else just on top is just like, oh, go to the toilet and give me some relief. So that's when I go to the toilet, give myself some relief. But other than that, nothing major. I've had a couple of like headaches, couple of like I had a migraine, but thankfully I still haven't managed to, I've still been good and not had to take any paracetamol yet. And that's really it. There really is not a lot to go on this week. It's been quite a lot, last couple of weeks it's been quite quiet. The sickness is over, the tiredness seems to be going. I've got so much more energy. I'm getting things done now around the house, starting to get caught up, which feels good. Obviously now we've found out I can start buying things. I'm still a bit like, wait until my 20-week scan is next week. like a week tomorrow, the day that I'm filming this. So like 8 days. I'll probably wait till after then, and then I'll really start getting organised with stuff. I have bought a pack of vests and a pack of baby grows, and that's it. That's all I've bought. I will be doing some hauls for sure, but at the moment things are a bit quiet on the buying front. But that's it. Still been feeling lots of movement. The movement kind of, it ranges from like, we can have days where I feel loads, and then maybe a couple of days where things quiet down and I think, it's getting a bit, it freaks me out quite a lot. I forgot how quite inconsistent it can be once you do start feeling it. And I think as the baby moves, I have read going into week 18, quite a lot of people stopped feeling movement because like the baby maybe turned, like, so their feet and arms were like at your back, so you weren't really, everything was like cushioned, so you couldn't feel it. But I'm still feeling it quite consistently. I find that if I want to feel it, I can't. It's when I'm least expecting it, or at work, or not concentrating, all of a sudden I'll get this movement and I think, woo, it's still there. But it is a worrying time. I'll be glad once the movements are more consistent. I do have a Doppler, but the battery ran out, so I need to go and get a new battery for it, as I think it will make me feel a bit more happier until like we get more consistent movement. But that's it. I will show you my bump. Not a very exciting week for you, apart from obviously knowing what gender it is, but I will show you my bump. It's getting, yeah, the bump's getting big. I feel like the last couple of weeks I've totally popped. And I feel like it's all at the front. Let me see, I'll take down my t-shirt. It just definitely feels like this bump is more at the front, and it's 100% bigger than the last time. It seems to be coming on leaps and bounds compared to last time, which seems to be what happens. But yeah, I'll do it from this side. It's definitely a big bump. But I do think if you looked at me from the back, apart from a little bit of side fat, you wouldn't actually know I was pregnant. It does seem to be all in the front. So that's my up-to-date bump. Put this back up. I hope you've liked this video. I'll link all my other updates below if you haven't seen them, and give it a thumbs up if you did, and if you are new, please hit the subscribe button, and we'll catch you next time. Bye!